upper echelon of whatever subject matter we are talking about, whether it's music, movies, comedy, playing at Bond Hall, which I think I got that award. But hey, I'm talking.
I'm gonna say this, and see it don't matter the circumstances. If you the GOAT, once you win it, it's something that's what make greatness come out of you, because you finding ways to win it when you against all odds. You know what I mean? And it takes a lot. It takes some luck sometimes, but just because you've been there a lot, you gotta win it more than once. You gotta win it consistently.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Apartment 4A. Terrence, Willie, how y'all doing, man? What y'all been going on?
Man, I am doing good. Fantastic. It's Wednesday. So, like I like to say, hump day.
Okay.
Back with the school. The school is still there. I ain't choking the kids. I think I'm doing pretty good.
I feel you. Back in. Ain't choking no kids. Hey, pretty exciting day over here for us too, man. We took our little man to kindergarten registration class of 2036.
Got a big one now, Rod.
Yeah, man.
Hey, your job is done. You done.
Right around the corner.
Put him on the bus, send him to school. Your job as a parent is complete.
Save $500. Save $500 a month.
Ooh, hey, it's more than that, bro. It's like $720, almost $900 a month. Yeah, really? I pay like $180 a week, man.
Really?
That about right.
It's rough out here.
Man, I've been out the game too long.
Yeah, you don't want to get.
Don't get back in this one.
Right.
Them numbers changed big time. That's double.
And that's one.
That's one. Yeah, that's
when
one.
I was paying for Leah and TJ, we was paying like $900, $1,000. You paying that for what?
Yeah, I pay that for one.
Yeah, before when we was up in Horn Lake with our one child, we was paying about $175 a week.
Yep. When we got in, we was.
But I mean, you pay for what you. I mean, your kids. You want cameras. You want quiet. You want good people. So I get it. Trust me. I get it.
You can always
my pockets just don't get it.
You can always pay a grandma $50 a week, and
oh, y'all seen that meme on social media? They be dropping their kid out talking about this is what you get when you pay when the daycare costs like $50 a month. Be the music be blasting in the background, other kids be crying. just drop them off and leave.
Drop and roll out.
Say a little prayer.
You pay $50. You can't ask for much. Are you gonna feed them? Are they gonna be alive when I get back? $50.
It got to be a relative.
Well, it ain't certified, so you ain't worried about it.
Not at all. It's not no certification. Ain't no placards on the wall. Ain't no
none of that.
Accomplishments.
Hey, but they eating chicken legs and
hey, they having a great time now. Hey, they having a great time.
They're learning all kinds of stuff.
All type of stuff. That's awesome.
Wow.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited, get that on.
Good, man. That's good.
And he's so excited, man. For the last couple of days, he's been hollering, "Are we going to kindergarten? Going to kindergarten?"
Man, that's great.
Keep that excitement.
I took him back to preschool after we did the whole day, because they let him go in the classroom and hang out with the teacher and everything.
Okay.
He look at me and he go, I don't want to go here. I want to go back to kindergarten.
Oh, that child really got the house. What y'all did to that boy, man?
No, we weren't at home. We was at preschool. And he didn't want to go back to preschool. He wants to stay at kindergarten.
He said, "You exposed me to greatness. I don't want to be with these little babies."
Yeah. He's like, I'm out.
That boy knows where he's going in life. Keep it moving forward. He already got the concept. That's what I'm talking about.
I feel you. So, these last couple of episodes we've been talking about the GOAT, and we went, all the way down or all the way around. We talked about basketball, football, comedy. We had some good conversation there, but in between that or right after that, something happened. In particular, there was a NCAA basketball game that happened, and there's two outstanding players there. Some people are arguing that both, if not, well, at least one, if not both, may be the GOAT female basketball player of all time. Hey, it's not.
That's what they saying. That's what's out there in the atmosphere.
For at least one of them.
Okay.
For at least one of them, they're basically saying this is the female Steph Curry.
Oh man.
Hey, I
mean, she can hoop. She hoop. Nah, I won't take that away from her.
Just going by what I see. So with that being said, before we get into that, JP, what's up, man? How you been?
Man, I'm good, man. Enjoying this weather.
I'm glad I can see you.
Yeah, hey man, you really can't see me because you can't see me.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So as we was talking about, and for those who don't know, Louisiana State University, or better known as LSU, played Iowa State in the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship. There's two superstars on each team. One, Angel Reese, and the other one, Caitlin Clark. A lot of you guys who follow it should know basically either one of them. But if you haven't, you probably at least know Caitlin Clark for all of the highlights they seem to put on ESPN and on every other sports network that's out there. Not saying that Angel don't get hers, but like I said, they're basically deeming Caitlin as the female Steph Curry. So in that game, LSU blew these girls out. I mean, the game was pretty much over with at the start of the second half. It was pretty much over with. So about towards the end, the Angel Reese, she, as a superstar that she is, she hit a shot and she did the John Cena, "You Can't See Me." Okay. And I mean, the commentators went wild, man. They were talking about how unsportsmanlike she was, and there's no place for that in basketball, and this is the national championship, and who is she supposed to be? In the meanwhile, the game before, when Iowa played Louisville, Caitlin hit 6 threes in a row. After three number 5, she hit the "You Can't See Me." After three number 6, she hit the "You Can't See Me." Crickets.
So she told him, "Girl, you too little."
Too little. You can't guard me.
Okay, guard. And they actually couldn't guard that game. More than be honest, it was a true statement.
She threw it up and went down.
Man,
so what's the difference? You guys tell me, what's the difference in Angel doing hers and Caitlin doing hers? What's the difference?
Race.
You just gonna lay it out there.
Hey man, I think it's the overall misjudgment, the racial. I think that's definitely in there. It's a culture thing because I can't speak on all cultures, but I know for my culture, talking smack during any type of anything is a natural thing, and if you can back it up, you can talk the noise. And we have no problem with that. It's like, I get it. You won. Talk your stuff. That's what it is. But some people don't, they don't see it the same as we see it. They may not have experienced it like we have, but I think that just comes more naturally with our culture.
Yeah, I think, most definitely with LSU, and to your point, I think most if not any sport, if you're gonna talk smack, you're gonna talk smack in basketball, because as far as a team sport, it's like one of the most individual team sports that you can play.
Yeah, it's a
one-on-one. If you can't guard me, you too little. You know, I'm too fast. I break your ankles, whatever the case may be.
I'm calling ISO every game.
This smoke. If I hit the crossover, you hit the ground, you gonna get the point in the look. It's just part of it. If I hit that 3 in your face, I'm running down the court with the 3 in the air. You too little. If I'm bagging you down and this buckets every time, it's baby, man. You know, I'm rocking you to sleep. That's what it is.
That's when you hard foul.
Huh?
That's when you hard foul.
My thing is, and some people has even said this, it's just a double standard. I think with Caitlin, she was deemed the chosen one. You know, she had already won 2003 Player of the Year, and they already talking about how she gonna be the number 1 draft pick and all this, and she got beat. It's plain and simple. You know, you the best and you lost, and if you can put it out, you got to be able to take it. So
exactly, but I don't know. Now, I'll let everybody make their round before I make my comment.
Go ahead, Coach.
Okay. I got a whole list of. I've been waiting on this one. I got a list of reasons. So we've been on for 12 minutes and we worked for an hour. So let me borrow about 30 minutes real quick. Number 1. All right. Now, like you said, a lot of people that were commenting, and it goes back to the availability of social media, the availability of people having opinions. Like Rod and Will, what you said, a lot of people not playing sports, don't understand the competition, don't understand the trash talk. Every sport that's played, somebody out there talking trash. From high school baseball, you hear the chants in the dugout. Blacks, white, everybody's doing it. You know, if you getting killed, whatever, hey, they still gonna talk trash. Same thing happens. It's a lot worse in football because you can't see it because of the face mask. And then basketball, like you said, it's not as visual as all the time, but you have to stare, you have to lean in. But it gets me when people speak on stuff and they don't understand the game in itself. You know, I hate that. That's number 1. Number 2, okay. The next thing, like you said, look how often she did it before, and that fueled LSU. You know what I mean? They used it as a competitive advantage. You sit up here, she did it game before game, like Willis said, the 5 to 6 threes, Rod, whoever said it. You know, she did it throughout the whole year, and those girls follow each other. So that wasn't you can't see me in the too little wasn't the worst thing that I saw. You know, the visual stare down, the mean mugging. It had me, I was dying laughing watching the game. It was straight comical to me because they use it as an edge, as motivation, and she couldn't respond. But then the sympathy came through. All right, and that's another story. And then number 3, you look at it's the same thing like Tom Brady. It's okay for Tom Brady to cuss his teammates out and tell them to get their stuff together. But the moment, let's just say Michael Vick, Lamar Jackson, somebody of that nature says it and do it, it's issues. And we just got to eliminate the double standard, but it goes back to who controls the narrative. I'm gonna leave 4 through 35 for a minute. I'm gonna let everybody else get a chance, but it just goes back to who controls the narrative. And society got to be stop being society. We got to start calling society out for what they doing wrong. And then let me go ahead and get on to point number 4. Point number 4. This stuff is going on with Sky Cologne. Sky, you know, the woman that our senator up in Washington D.C.
Oh, I just read that.
Yeah, talking about she's not gonna accept Sky Cologne bid.
Well, the same thing just had with the superintendent of education.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, man. I mean, when we gonna same thing? When we gonna start calling this stuff out? That's but That's point number 4. So I'm gonna wait on 5 through 35.
That Superintendent Jackson, he got put in several months ago. It wasn't like they just
he was doing the job since January.
Yeah.
That's one of my chapter brothers. So I had been talking to him, and he was in the process of moving, finding him, because he's from Laura. He wanted to come back to Mississippi. I think he's been out in North Carolina, but he was ready to come back to the state. So he was doing the job. He was getting ready to move, looking for places to stay, and then boom. Now you're gonna question the whole process. You question this and this, and then what's his name? McDaniels. He the one came out and spoke against him, and then
it's the last name Taylor, right?
Taylor. Yep.
And so they basically picked him in November. Is when the school board or Department of Education put up an article back in November of right around Thanksgiving, letting everybody know that this is going to be the new superintendent. And then here we are, 1st of April, end of March, and they decide, no, we're not gonna accept that. Like, this man been working for 6 months. What y'all talking about?
Been doing the job.
And see, it just goes back to like they were talking about the electoral college to vote for president. All this stuff is once they make the hire and the person come in to work, it's the precedent to go ahead and put that person in place. And like you said, man, and for them, what is that for their reasoning of he hasn't grown poverty schools, but you got a man from Mississippi, born and raised, did everything that you asked him to do, got all these darn degrees, and then when he comes back to work for his state like other people don't do, you block him. Come on, man. Like Sky, man, like stuff with Sky Cologne, man, that stuff. But it's okay for her to run on a different platform. Then as soon as she get in her office, she flipped from doggone Democrat to Republican. And she stole the votes because a lot of people voted for her because she was a woman and she was a Democrat. But I'm gonna leave that right there for a minute.
Terrence, what you got, man? You told it straight up. It's race. That's what it is.
It's plain and simple. When you it's okay for her to do it. They were saying it was swag. They were saying she was trying to show her personality. She was this and she was that. And then when old girl do it, she's doing too much. She's been, and like she was saying on the newscast, all year y'all call me ghetto. All year y'all been saying this, y'all been saying that. Now I win. And I win right, but y'all have something else to say. That's
exactly.
Absolutely. We like Lori said, Tiger Nation, boost up Louisiana all day. Forget the media, Angel Reese all day. Bayou Barbie, hating people. Put some respect on LSU. And I feel it, man. It's just wrong. It's just flat out wrong. You watch somebody else do the same exact thing, and it's not a problem. Right. And as soon as the person that beats that person do that,
and then act like the comments never existed.
Right.
Like, oh, we didn't say that.
Yeah. And then when you get called out, then them people know where, they throw that rock and they disappear.
Oh, they go
nowhere to be seen.
They go.
And I don't blame her, man. When she got on her and did her press conference, she say, I'm not apologizing. I'm unapologetically me. And I'm just not going to sit here and apologize for something that I didn't do, or at least something that wasn't wrong. Now, so I want to ask you guys this before we switch to something else. Do you think, what do you think about this? There's been a lot of incidents around sports. And do you think other incidents could play a part on how people reacted to this? For example, in the same NCAA tournament, the Memphis girls had a basketball game. And at the end of that game, during the walk through the handshake, one of the Memphis girls punched the other team girl, basically knocked the clean out. Black girl punched white girl, knocked the clean out. Do you think those actions play part of the comments that were made about the "you can't see me"?
You know, I didn't even know of that incident. So I mean, in that, you know, looking at it in that way, I don't think they did, because like this they have blown this story up about the Reese girls so much more. Like, I'm saying, even in that instance, it's overshadowing this whole incident with Memphis that you just said, and I knew nothing of. So I don't think it. I mean, it was the right timing, and you know, people gonna jump on it, you know. So I don't think it played a part in what they were saying about Reese girl.
And see, Rod, like you said, the girl from Memphis, you know, I forgot the school that they were playing. You know, they charged her with who?
Bowling Green.
They charged the girl from Memphis with aggravated assault or something like that. They charged her. So I think because we hurt their white Jesus by Angel doing that stuff to their white Jesus, somebody who they gave we probably gonna get banned off the air because of what I'm finna say, so I'm gonna say it anyway out of love. So mute me whenever you get ready, Rod. But by Angel doing it to their Jesus, their so-called Larry Bird savior, it rubbed the media the wrong way, you know, and people were so quick to defend her. And like you said, when do the loser get an invite to the White House?
Right.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense. But we hurt her feelings because she was looking soft and sad on the camera. Like, no, make it make sense, man. Come on, man.
But she was jumping around about to take her shirt off when they won the last game.
Yeah.
Acting like some food, flexing and everything. But that's okay.
Exactly. And I'm gonna be honest, you know, if you ain't ever been in them, I never played college, I never played into the NCAA and stuff like that. But I can tell you on the high school level, it'd be a lot of words being said both ways, black against black, whites against white. The trash talking is real. And you know, for her to get it, there's no telling what those girls from LSU were saying to her. It might have spooked her pretty good, but at the end of the day, by her having that face and everybody feeling sympathetic, you had more people feeling sympathetic for her than praising LSU.
But that's their first on national championship.
Yep.
With a coach who just been there for only 2 years.
Yep.
And with a team, they had like 9 players. So like,
that's what I heard on the radio all the time. Wasn't even about the "you can't see me" or them winning. It was, oh man, you know, this NIL stuff messed up. You know, these players were on together for 1 year, and the coach ain't been there long, and they don't want to change. I'm like, the NIL just made this stuff legal. They were gonna pay these folks come play at this school. Whether you made the NIL there or not, these folks were gonna make this money.
Now it's just public.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm gonna tell you, and that's your.
I put money that our starting lineup is gonna look way different in the fall.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little dark.
No, it's not. No.
How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet?
The bet that me and you already got.
No, that's already a bet.
Ain't a lost that one.
No, it's not. But I will say this though, is and that show how great of a coach he is, because you saying, you know, like you said, the media is saying that the team was just put together in a year and all that. That's harder to do when you got different talents and making it mesh as a cohesive unit. That is hard.
And
it's hard to get
the exact same access to them girls as LSU. Putting them together and making them work.
No doubt.
It's hard to get it to do it for 4 years, but you got it all together in 2. 1, man, kudos to her. I'll wear her jacket one day, you know, just because.
Which you know, she the tiger one with the bedazzled.
Nah, probably the flowers.
Sparkle. Oh, the one with the feathers on.
Yeah, I like the feathers. Yeah, I'm gonna get my eagle on.
Hey man. Hey man, she was fly.
Literally.
See, I wasn't even thinking about that.
Alley-oop that I slammed it for you.
Appreciate it. Hey, we back, baby.
Come back, show.
Hey, but hey,
I was let out the play.
Has the Caitlyn girl made any comments, or has she had any statements or anything about all this?
She's smart enough not to say nothing.
Yeah, I think her reply has been very smart. And she said, "Hey, it's trash talk. That's what we do in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't take the pity card like saying, hey, woe is me.' She just put it back on, hey, this is what we do.
Right. Right.
Great game. I'm doing this for my city. I'm doing it for my state. Y'all on my back. We coming back next year."
Gotcha.
That girl ain't coming back. If that girl's smart, she better go to WNBA.
But they're making more money in college than WNBA players.
I was about to say she might play it out a little bit.
And they can sit in the classroom for at least 6 months. For the most part.
She might not be taking too many classes like last year. Maybe one.
All online.
A lot of them doing that COVID year too, aren't they?
I think this is the last year for that COVID year. I think.
Islam.
So they got to use it now.
Hey, but hey, man, I'm saying, but to her, I mean, the girl, she's a hooper now. She hoop. That game she showed up. I think LSU was just a lot more physical with her, which I don't. It did that. They did that too.
LSU showed that team that as great as your one player is, we got a better team, and so their plan was, we not gonna let that one person beat us. Now, if the rest of y'all shoot lights out and beat us, then it is what it is. But we ain't gonna let her be open and take all these shots like she want. We ain't gonna do that. And it worked. I mean, they played them like folks played LeBron. When LeBron was playing for Cleveland, it was, if you can get it to the other guys and they make shots, y'all will win. But
LeBron
put it on his back, we're gonna break him.
I thought you were gonna say Jordan or somebody, man.
They tried that with Jordan, didn't work.
Jordan made the people around him better.
Touche.
Jordan made the people around him better. So even if he wasn't doing it, the people around him was still good.
Yeah. You forget Jordan, the guy. If you wasn't produced, he make you take his shoes off. Hey, what you doing? Hey, can't wear these J's.
You gotta put something else on. Put
them Converse, not the Shacks. We talking about the jump man. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, they affordable shoes.
Ain't nothing wrong with that too.
Affordable shoes for all the little children.
All of them.
So speaking of, well, just to go along with the rest of the week, something else happened. I think it happened yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
What happened?
It was yesterday.
Yeah. So your former president, Donald Trump, he gave himself up. He has an indictment for 34 felony charges of falsifying business records in Manhattan criminal court on Tuesday afternoon. He was indicted. He had to go in front of a judge, and that same day he was released and back in Florida doing a rally, saying, and I quote, what did he say? Hold on. This fake case is brought only to interfere with the upcoming 2024 election and should be dropped immediately. He said that he never thought something like this would happen in America.
Ooh, you know how to play on the people. So his people.
What do you think? Former United States President Donald Trump indicted.
Before we start these comments, I just want y'all to know I enjoyed being on the podcast with you. So when they take us off, but I let them know.
Oh well. Honestly, for me, I I almost didn't see it getting to this point. I just thought it was going to be a constant merry-go-round of, he didn't do it, he did it. We need more evidence. We got this evidence, this and that. I honestly never thought he would have got to the appearance in court. So I'm like, wow. But then I'm like, what's really going to come out of all of this,
So my thing is, I was taking a look at some of the stuff, and most of the stuff is for him even doing something with his taxes completely wrong, or paying people off as kind of hush money for secret relationships or conversation, stuff like that. And basically what they're saying is he was falsifying records or trying to fool the people during election time by hiding public stuff about them. I think it's one of those things where the stuff that they want to arrest them for could end with the whole storming the Capitol and stuff. It's just there's just no evidence for them to do anything about it. So you find these things like this to kind of tie you up. It's kind of like who was that?
Al Capone.
Yeah, all the drug dealing, you couldn't find none of that, but you got him on the taxes, and that's what he went down for. I have no issue with it. If you did it, you should go down. My thing is, I think is, and he said something, I'm like, he probably right, but just like you play the system gonna play you back. They're just trying to do this so you can't run. Well, that's how the system works. You did stuff so you could look good in the public eye, so they gonna do stuff so you don't.
But the sad part is, with his base, it's just putting fuel on the fire.
Yeah,
them fellas, they gonna. I don't think it's gonna hurt him in the sense of messing up his election. If anything,
it's gonna help it
because they're gonna get more extreme with it. They're gonna be like, okay, if you're gonna do this, we're gonna do even more.
The only thing is, if they get him convicted on one, you can't run for president with a felony charge.
You can, but the time it takes to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a process.
If he does, and if he wins, they can't do anything about it.
Oh, if he wins,
it's over.
He'll go in there and fire all. He gonna figure out
over.
But the thing is, I don't know. I think they're spinning their wheels. And if anything, they're playing into his game, because now he's getting free publicity.
Yeah,
he's on every news station.
Yeah,
and the ones who love him, they're gonna love him even more. The ones who hate him, and nothing gonna change about that.
And you know what they say, all news is news.
Exactly.
In a situation like this, you want people talking about you, period. As long as you in the forefront, you've been talked about more than the president himself. You the former president. And they talking about you.
We don't know what Joe doing. We know what Jill doing. We don't know what Joe doing. Jill up there inviting everybody to the White House.
Everybody, come on now. We love to have you.
JP, you gotta send me a picture. Say you the hometown hero. You want to invite?
And tell them how you were so disappointed in the fact that you didn't get invited to the White House. And put on your sad face too.
I'm just disappointed, man. I want to invite to the White House.
Right.
You didn't get an invite, man. You was like Top Gun, wasn't you? You was flying around. And
he was
you saved a couple of soldiers from overseas. Then you came back, won a championship, took some kids, graduated. Man, Medal of Honor.
Hey,
broke up a couple of fights on Sasha Biscuit Day and everything.
Sasha Biscuit. Oh Lord.
Hey.
They still playing on Sasha Biscuit Day?
No, they don't have it too often. But that one day they had them, we get it. We were breaking up fights.
Missing Sausage and Biscuit.
We had them think good.
They said, take them out. Take them out.
No more Sausage Biscuit. No more Sausage Biscuit. No more fried chicken. No more fried chicken.
It's causing too much chaos. Take it out. Take it out.
No more Sausage.
With Trump, when he was indicted, was in in court, the judge during his arraignment made the comment that he shouldn't make any comments that would jeopardize the rule of law or create any civil unrest. And say, Trump immediately went down to Florida and held a rally.
Yeah.
And immediately started talking about the judge and the prosecutor.
The judge hate me. His wife hate me.
Bruh. Honestly, the only person that can mess this up for Trump is Trump. Like I'm pretty sure those lawyers are talking to him every day. Like, please don't do this. Don't say that. And Trump, like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. You feel me?
I disagree with it, I kind of want to piggyback off of Taylor because that's what I was thinking. This is going to ignite his fan base and his groups even more because, like you said, if all they had, he got a lot of followers and he have a lot of people that are down for the cause, and so.
I'm definitely. Oh yeah, I'm 100% with you on that. He building up. I mean the actual court case. Like if he say things against himself that they already tell you what you say and how it go, Terrence. Can't be
anything you can say beats get court. But see, the judge put the gag order on, but yet by him being in Florida, he really can't do nothing. Well, it is a federal, but the judge didn't flex his power and go pick his butt up and bring him back up there.
Well, the judge didn't put a gag order on him. He just told him don't say nothing that'll jeopardize the case. He told him he couldn't talk. They just told him that was like telling him go out there and say everything.
Right. Once you said don't go do this, he was like, get the rally.
Come on, boys.
He said that
get the shotgun.
He was like, hey Q, hey yo, I got something to say.
Trump said the only crime that I have committed is to fiercely defend our nation from those who seek to destroy me.
Not the nation, but me.
Hell yeah, not me. He defended the nation from those who destroy him.
The nation, bro. The nation. He put the nation
trying
on
to
his
destroy
back.
him, not the nation.
Mm-mm.
Hey, but think about this though. All right, let's just say Trump did win, and Biden didn't win. We know, first of all, we know for a fact, Iowa would not get an invite. Two, do you think we'll probably be on the verge of going to war with Russia and all them right now if Trump hadn't made it into the round number 2?
No,
I mean,
they have a really bad they have a too close a relationship.
Yeah, I don't think
they say that that Russia a lot of that stuff that happened right before the election in 2016, Russia caused it to get him in office.
Right.
So they kind of got like a side little. They got a little partnership going on.
You got a little pack.
And the thing is, what if anything? What would happen is Russia probably will pull out of Ukraine if Trump get president, just to boast him even more.
Ooh,
Yep.
that'll be a move, son.
And that's the scary part. It's
yeah, I feel you about to get me.
Here's my question: with all of this, especially, go ahead, Willie.
Willie froze. Will ain't move.
Yeah, they trying to get us.
So here's my question: with all of this, with Trump and all these situations that keep coming up, do you think this is potentially setting us up for something way worse?
Yes.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They a lot of people saying right now, the whole Trump case is, don't pay so much attention to that. Look at things that's going on elsewhere because something else could be going on. I'm like, what else? I mean,
Yeah, you know, sometimes it's a distraction. I feel like,
Yeah.
especially when Obama was in office, you know, a lot of things that passed kind of swept under the rug that we didn't know about, not good or bad. I just remember watching the news. I'm like, man, when did that get up on the docket? Like, I didn't know we was voting on that, or like
Mm-hmm.
we just looked up and stuff was passed. I'm like, man,
Mm-hmm.
how did that stuff happen? So, you know, sometimes I feel like, you know, there are distractions to kind of catch our eye. So when the nation is doing other things, you just wake up and it's like, oh, we not wearing the color red no more. That's just woke up today. That's illegal. And so you know, you gotta be mindful of stuff like that. You know, and as we get older, you know, I guess it's time for us to kind of play our role and be the people that we need to be to help the nation move forward. My biggest concern outside of what Trump and people are doing now, I just feel like we need a change in the Senate and the House of Representatives. I'm just kind of tired of the same old system going around in circles. I mean, I feel like those positions should have some type of limitation on it. We just shouldn't have no lifetime politician, because how can we really change anything if the same people are making the same decisions? So
I agree. I agree. But you know, even with that, and I think we may have talked about it in some of our early episode. You know, I think it starts at the local level, because even now with things that's going on in Jackson, you know, I feel like people, and that's one when I worked in that world, I always stress to people, you know, come out to these public meetings. Come out, see what they got on, see what they got on the docket, see what they are voting on, see where your money is being spent. So when you do get that bill or you get something, be like, oh man, when did my anytime you got an increase in anything, they have to public notice, they got a public meeting. Come out, be involved. So just like you were saying, Rob, so nothing is swept under the rug. So you are in the know. And now you don't even have to go to the meeting. Most of them they do the live streams. You can, you know, just you need to be more aware. And that's why I think it starts here, and then eventually we need to, what you were saying, we need to work it up to that point. Because like it's so many older folks, like you're saying, it's like you need that change to reflect the times and the current, you know, atmosphere of what's going on in the people.
I bet if we look up right now the average age for the House of Representatives in the House of in the Senate, the average age is probably about 60 or 70 years old.
89.
But the thing is, the ones who've been in power are still in power and have no desire to pass the torch or to let anybody else in. It's like,
no, they don't want to. They comfortable. They good. Like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna ride this out.
yeah,
and that's what's hurting us. The
I
older
agree.
generation
average
don't want to give it up.
Yeah.
And they will fight tooth and nails and for anybody who's trying to come up to try to be a change. They feel like they can die in that position.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You're right.
In 2021, which is the 117th Congress convened, that's when they convened for the 117th time. The average age for the House of Representatives was 58, and for senators is 64. That was in 2021. Right now, in the 118th Congress, I don't know the average, they hadn't put it out, but there are people in Congress at the age of 89 and 81.
It's like you can see these folks on TV who failed and now they are on bed rest and they just shaking as they on TV. And these are the Senate majority. These are the House Representative majority. These guys are it's like they have a stronghold over what's been going on. They have no desire to let it go. And I feel like it's hurting our country.
Yep.
We have presidents who are 70 plus years old, still trying to run. Like, let it go. Let someone else groom somebody else so it can continue. But if you still trying to hold on to it, it's scary.
And in the Senate, out of all the Senate seats, only 10 of them are under 50. Only 2 are under 40.
What year this is? 2023.
23.
Man,
And
like,
in the Senate right now, there's 4 people over 80.
All right, 2028. Y'all get ready. I'm gonna run.
You got my vote.
man, and the thing about that, I mean, the process is so long and so it can be biased. So it's like once you get somebody in there, like with a lot of jobs, when you get people in, it's simpler to keep who you got than to go out and get more coming in.
The blues singer said it best. It's cheaper to keep her.
And I get that, but I feel like in everything else, if you look at in social organizations, in the school system, in jobs that you work, especially in jobs that you work, people are always talking about having a backup, showing somebody how to do something. So in case something happened to you and you can't be there, there's somebody else that can step up and do that. We do that. We have accountability for ourselves in everything that we do, except for our government.
Except for politics.
And politics is all just let him do it. He's been doing it 30 years. It's like, so when he do die, and you have to bring the next person in, and they looking like, well, I don't know what's going on, because nobody was given the opportunity to have a mentor or to learn some of these stuff. Because I mean, even you look at the city of Jackson, Kenny Stokes has been around for 100,000 years.
But that's on the people.
Yeah, it's on the people, and I'm not saying, I am saying it's time for Kenny to go, but my thing is when he leaves, he should be preparing somebody to step, not just leave.
Now he's setting up his downfall by doing it. I can't train nobody to do my job. Then they gonna try to actually take my job.
But that's the whole point.
I agree, my brother. But in the art of self-preservation, that brother trying to keep that spot.
And the sad part is they don't understand is that's the ultimate self-preservation, is to duplicate yourself to someone who's younger, who to carry on your ideals and your dreams. But if it dies with you, it's gonna die with you. The next person in there, they're gonna be extreme, so extreme that all the stuff that you did, they're gonna try to wipe it clean.
Yeah.
Right.
What does it matter when I'm getting that money?
That's
what it's all about. You know, we just can't forget that that's what run the world. Them dead presidents run the world. Everybody's trying to fat in their pocket with the more Benjamin Franklins you can get, the better you are.
Now, yeah. When you get up at government, yeah, they getting paid. Now this local level,
they getting paid. They getting kickback.
And I understand, and I even understand that fact with the money of it, people trying to stay in so they can get the money. But at some point, I guess my issue is I hear people talk about, oh, I want change, I want this, and then we go vote for the same people. It's like you don't really want change.
No.
If you voting the same people in, it's doing the same stuff. You know, at some point, as a people, we gotta go, hey, I'm tired of living like this. Let's give somebody else a shot. Because it's not a shortage of people running. There's a whole bunch of people running.
Yeah, it's people always running. Man, it's so hard to understand, because I used to fight the battles all the time. Like, we'll have different cases that came for the city, and people will come by my office all the time, like, man, we don't want this, we don't want. I'll be like, well, come to the meeting. The same opinion that you are voicing to me, come to the meeting, voice your opinion, and show and come with the community. Is more power in numbers. Get to the meeting day. Nobody there. Cricket. It get approved. Bam. Then they back in my office on Monday. Well, I'm like, come on. You show up. Like,
where were you Friday?
Where were you? Like, where were you? Like,
yeah. It's a shame, man. That's my biggest thing with politics, the whole Trump thing and everything. I'm not saying that he was necessarily good for anything because he did a lot of crazy stuff. But at the same time, you look at there has to be some change at somewhere. Trump was an extreme. That was the wrong type of change. Like you said, you bring somebody in who hadn't had that mentor, wasn't able to learn that stuff. They come in, they try to wipe the whole system out, change everything. And I feel like that's what Trump was doing. But we got to get away from bringing in the same people to do something different. So, yeah, that's what it is.
I tell you what we need. We need to bring Jesus back. We done ran away from Jesus. Easter. Got to take it. We need to take the United States to the church.
Take it to the altar.
We got to rededicate and do stuff.
Altar call on the nation.
USA need a revival.
Will there be one?
Say what?
Will there be one?
Will there be one?
Will there be one?
That should be your campaign.
That's gonna be your campaign song. Will there be one?
Will there be one?
I am the one.
I felt it. That's that boy catching.
We ready?
Catch on the night.
We ready. What you running for?
We ready for something. I don't know what.
I'm definitely not getting shot. I'm not being a martyr. No. I want to see my kids.
That's the issue right there with these young folks. They don't want to die. Somebody got to die to push the ideals.
Hey, man.
They too scared to die.
Take a bullet.
Too scared to
modern technology, it won't kill you. We'll sew you back up. Good to go.
Right?
I mean,
they got those bulletproof hats nowadays that the rappers wear.
Bulletproof hats? You teaching me something new.
They got the bulletproof hats now.
That's that military talk.
Hey, I believe it.
The bullet ain't gonna hurt but one time. He can't shoot the same bullet twice.
That's a good point. That's literally a good point, Rod. You ain't gonna hurt you but one time.
One time. That's it.
Y'all wild, man. Well, that's all I got for today. Y'all got anything? Any final thoughts before we end this episode?
I just sent y'all a text. Pastor Theo sent Eric and myself information about BroFest. I guess we probably need to talk about that and see if we can get them back on. Let them talk about it a little bit.
Okay, yeah. We'll bring Theo back on. We got BroFest coming up August 25th to the 27th in Atlanta, Georgia. And your pre-registration is $175, general registration $200, late registration $225. And that's really not bad. You're talking 3 days, $175, and your place stay and everything. So hey, that's a good little man's weekend, man. So let's looking at to see what we can do. And especially, and I know we could probably talk about this off, but just here, we should go get some ideas and see how we can do this in Mississippi, man. I think it's a good thing. He's done it in North Carolina, doing it in Georgia. And it's something that we can spread throughout the nation to just take a couple of good people to kind of organize it. So
I agree. And on that note, I may be able to get one of my fraternal brothers. He's got something like that. He's kind of working up. It's called Brothers Helping Brothers.
Okay.
Yeah, man. They actually meet on Wednesdays, which is why I haven't really been able to attend. But I'm gonna talk to him. We may can have him, featured, come speak about it a little bit. He's real big into community activism and a lot of that. So yeah, I mean that could be something to tie in with the BroFest idea and everything. So
yeah, that's a great idea. I mean, brothers helping brothers. He's in
Jackson. He's in Jackson. He's in Jackson. Okay. Yeah, he's in Jackson. Yep.
Great idea, man. Yeah, just kind of shoot some ideas out, man. Because at the end of the day, if we don't help each other, who gonna help?
Ain't nobody, bro.
That's right.
Nobody.
Yeah, I usually there's a manhood camp in Millport, Alabama, where I took the boys last year. It was great. Somebody actually sponsored the boys, and we was all able to go for free, but everything going up this year. So we're just trying to figure out ways that we can take the team again because it was good. But like you said, those retreats, man, it's nice. It's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
How many did y'all take? Y'all took the whole team?
Yeah. I took the whole team and probably 29th graders.
Okay.
What is it?
Wow.
60 kids?
Huh?
About 60 kids?
It was what 107.
What?
Ooh. That's awesome, man.
I mean, and that's something them kids will never forget, man.
You didn't get no write-ups, no pictures on that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, we did. We didn't get no write-ups or nothing, but we took some pictures and stuff. But it's just
you talking to the man of the year, man. You know he got
right. I was wrong.
Yeah,
I stepped back. I apologize.
Yeah.
We didn't blow it up like that. It was just like we talk about all the time. At the end of the day, you're gonna die. You're gonna get up out of here. So you gotta have something right with you gotta get your final resting place ready to roll. So they went. It was good. They taught them how to tie ties, and we went canoeing and camping and fishing, and it was real neat. I was proud of my boys. It was real neat, but those retreats are something to deal with. I really do like them. So if we can get something going and try to make it boom, it'll be real nice too.
Hey, did y'all send anybody up for a quarterback club?
Did I send somebody?
Yeah.
Man, no, my quarterback, we're trying to keep that sucker hid and quiet. I need that joker to play this year. Shoot.
He was hurt last year, right?
That outstanding individual who a leader on the team.
You send him to where?
FCA quarterback club.
No, I didn't. No, you talking about with the FCA? No, I didn't. We the month. See, by us going back to school early, it's jam packing our month of June. So June's gonna be a lot more team oriented for us, and team oriented and the college camps and stuff like that. It's gonna be too much.
So y'all going back in July?
Yeah, we go back the last week in July.
Yeah, same with us. Now, well, Clinton,
they say we go back. Well, we start that first week in August, but I hear statewide, everybody's getting started the following year. Everybody getting pushed back to July statewide.
Oh, it's getting pushed because official football practice now starts July 31st. And
so you got to start.
Yeah.
So football is the reason these kids going back to school early. I knew it.
No, football is being proactive because they seeing where it's going. So by us starting July, like I said, our first start date, July 31st. It's if we weren't in school, it would be like, oh, that sucks. But by us being in school, shoot, we gonna have them. Might as well just crank it up and go out of school.
Right.
That's what's up. Hey, these kids getting ready for that. See, I think for me, or at least my son, he ain't gonna really know too much different because he coming out from preschool. He gonna go to the summer camp thing at the preschool. He'll start kindergarten, so he'll get breaks, but he ain't gonna know nothing about not having year-round school. It's already gonna be rolling.
Yeah, he gonna jump right into the cycle.
Yep. Kindergarten, first grade, and second graders, they don't know anything about no 8 weeks, 9 weeks summer break.
Yeah. So for them, it's gonna be normal. I just got to figure out because one of the principals was saying, as they push stuff back, the first thing they're gonna get a week off in October. And I was like, oh, she said, just let you know now, because when that time come around, you got to decide you're gonna go to daycare, you're gonna take the week off too. What you gonna do? Somebody got to figure that out. But they're trying to implement it slowly, and then. But it's coming, and we all know it. I'm cool with it. It's just like daycare for me.
What the thing about the daycare is, and this is what the feedback that we was getting. The daycare, if you're not going every day, they can't hold your spot. So you have a lot of kids that wasn't in daycare in the fall and winter and spring, but they got put in daycare in the summer. just so they have somewhere to go and stuff of that nature. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting and see how they change and do so.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, man. I appreciate everybody for taking some time, kicking it with us. Thank you guys for getting on. Like always good for the brothers to get together and talk. And like always, you ain't got to go home. You gotta get up out of here. Deuces.
You are the upper echelon of whatever subject matter we are talking about, whether it's music, movies, comedy, playing at Bond Hall, which I think I got that award. But hey, I'm talking.
So I'm gonna say this, and see it don't matter the circumstances. If you the GOAT, once you win it, it's something that's what make greatness come out of you, because you finding ways to win it when you against all odds. You know what I mean? And it takes a lot. It takes some luck sometimes, but just because you've been there a lot, you gotta win it more than once. You gotta win it consistently.